This issue is of huge concern. CA may have been justified in trying to get the SIM details of all the subscribers, but the process undertaken by Safaricom in trying to get this data, Madam Speaker, is unlawful. I want to say this, Madam Speaker, because in the National Assembly, we passed a law called the Data Protection Act, and we established an office called the Data Commissioner's Office, who later came up with the regulations. Madam Speaker, I want to say that Safaricom has violated the internationally recognized data protection principles, which require that when you pick data from a data subject, you must get a proper consent before you pick that data. Madam Speaker, whereas I appreciate that Safaricom came up with an online form and even sent messages to subscribers with a link, that link was not functional. And hence, most subscribers went to their outlets, they gave their information, their ID details, without filling any form at all. And this is against the law, this is against the regulation, and this is against the international best practice on data protection. So, Mr. Speaker, they say data is the modern oil. Data is expensive. We have allowed our citizens to give their private national registration data to a private company, and we don't know what this data is going to do. There was no consent at all, because the consent is supposed to state the usage of that data clearly. That was not done. So, Madam Speaker, on that basis, I want to say that in the process of collecting this data, Safaricom has violated the data protection law, and I'm sure IT experts who are in this room will agree with me that this process was unlawful, regardless of the fact that it is necessary to get this data for other purposes like security. But they needed to state that purpose, because today, if you allow a private company to get data, that is one way of promoting state capture. You do not know what that data will be used for. So on that basis, I think the particular committee that is going to deal with this, and I know is the ICT committee, they need to look at the issues of violation of the law, particularly the data protection law, and the data commissioner must be invited. The CA must be invited to explain to the committee why they oversaw violation of the data protection principles and the law and the regulation. That is the most important thing, regardless of the fact that Safaricom has extended the period. Yesterday they disconnected my line. I went to Safaricom and I asked them, is there any form I need to fill? They told me there is no form. They just picked my ID, scanned it, and reverted back my line. That is a thing that should not happen in this country, especially when you are dealing with a private company and you are giving your national registration data to a private company. So, Mr. Speaker, I think in committing this matter to the committee, a committee must also be directed to look into the illegalities committed by the subscribers, Safaricom, of course, included.
Thank you,
Madam Speaker.